Hi, I'm making this video to give you an overview of your final project. Now, I know that you might be used to final exams, especially in math classes, but in this class in particular, I feel a final project is a better measure of what you've learned from the class and how you can apply it in your future. So, um, our final project is broken down into two parts, part A and part B, and you can see that in this module right here. But you can also see that part A has three parts, and that's because we have three major units in this course: statistics, probability, and finance. And so at the end of each unit, you'll be completing part of your final project. Right after the unit. So you'll notice that they have different due dates as well. And then these three combine to be about 72 points. And then part B is a video presentation or like a slideshow, but you voice over the slideshow. So let's just take a look at part A. So here's part A and of the statistics, which is our first unit. And you can see it talks about, okay, this is red. This goes to your finals, so you should really spend time on it. You're going to be completing this final project instead of doing a traditional final exam test. Parts A and B combined are worth 25% of your overall course grade. And then you're going to follow the assignment directions on the final presentation application assignment. And specifically, you're going to be doing the statistics application. So you're going to write an application problem for statistics that relates to your degree program and then solve that problem. And it's graded according to a rubric, and you can see the rubric outlined right here. So you can look at that in more detail. But let's look at what it looks like. So you'll notice that the statistics, probability, and finance are all on this. So you'll see it's very similar for each of the three units. So first, you're going to choose for statistics one of these three competencies, and then you're going to write an application problem. Here's your rubric for that here. You can use AI to help you get ideas, but AI should not write and solve the problem for you. This needs to be your application and your own work, and all work needs to be handwritten. You'll notice that for both, for all three units, statistics, probability, and finance, I've given you a template as well as an example. So let's take a look at the template. So you have to choose the competency, that's from the table above. You're going to write in your degree program, being very specific. And then you're going to write at least a paragraph here on how the competency relates to your degree program or your future career. If you're undecided, that's okay. Pick something you're interested in or a degree you're considering and write your application from that. You're going to write an application problem. It should be unique, not something we've solved in class, and it must relate to your degree program. And then your solution and all your mathematics must be handwritten here, and you need to really attend to precision. And then again, here's the rubric. So you're going to do that 3 times with statistics, and then let's go back here so you can see it. You're going to do it for statistics, probability, and finance. And then stay tuned for a video about part B.